Okay, good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just wait, I'm starting. Okay, last class, we have discussed, this is the time response analysis of the second order control system, okay? So in your syllabus, only first order and second order systems it is available, but we have to certain idea in the higher order control system. So now, today we will just discuss the third order control system just for information, not descriptively. Okay. So my whiteboard is visible, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the topic is time response of a third order control system. Okay, so everyone see the previous classes. First, we have to discuss the first order control system. Then we have to discover the second order control system. So in that case, here you can see the power of the system. That means S in the denominator. It is basically changes. That means
Yes,
when it is first order, this is only system is we have to use, that is S, that is the S to the power 1. When it is second order system, the denominator part of the system, that is S to the power 2. Now we have to discuss the third order control system. That means the power of S, that is a system in the denominator, that is the S to the power Q. So equation is, we have to know the transfer function. It is the ratio between the output of the system to the input of the system. That means CS by RS. So this is basically a third order control system equation. This is K by S cube plus A square plus BS plus C. So this is the basically one graph expressions for the third order control system. Okay, so here you can see these are the basically A, B, C. This A, B, C, these are constant terms. Okay, now we have to implement these equations into the factorize in the another part, that is a quadratic equation part. So now we have to convert these equations, the factorized, the denominator of equation 1. This is the big equation 1. Okay, equation 1 can be expressed as, this is the S cube plus A square plus BS plus C. So we can accommodate this equation into this pattern. This is S plus D. D is the another terms. I am telling that this is the A square plus B1S plus C1. So here this D, B1 and C1, this is D, B1 and C1. It is considered, that is can be determined in terms the previous equations, that is A, B and C. Okay, so in this equation here you can see these are the basically denominator part. We have two expressions here, A, B and C. This A, B, C, this is the basically constant terms in the third order control system. So in this denominator part we have to express this equation, this pattern. So here D, B1 and C1, this is basically determine the terms of the, that is D is equal to, that is A, B1 is expressed, that is the B, and C is expressed, that is a C1 also. Okay, now this equation we have to changes, that means CS by RS, this is equal to K by, now we have to written this changes, because we have to express the equations of the denominator part of the third order systems. It is clear all of you? Is it clear all of you? Okay, so this is basically equation number 2. So when you have to changes this equation according to the three format, that is unit step, unit ramp and unit impulse response also. So now when you have to consider for the unit step response, these are the basically first condition, that is a unit step response. So when you have to apply the unit step response in the third order control system, that means the value of, that is RT, that is equals to 1, we know that, an equation that is RS, this is equal to 1 by S, we know that. So now these equations, that is this equation 2, is expressed as, that is CS equals to, we know that the equation is changes, that is RS into K by that same part, that is S plus D into A square plus B1S plus C1. This is clear? This is simple terms. This CS by RS, this RS is multiplied this part also. Next part, next page. So this equation we have to written into the change of unit step response, that is CS equals to 1 by S, because we know the value of expression, that is RS, that is equals to 1 by S, and another changes is also same as same to same, A square plus B1S plus C1. Okay, previous page you can see, we know that when this function is step response, unit step response, that means the value of RT, that is equals to 1, and the function is, we know that for the unit step response, that is RS equals to 1 by S. So now we have to put the value in this RS, that is CS equals to 1 by S into this one. Okay, it is clear all of you? This is clear all of you? No one is response. This is very bad. This is clear all of you?
Yes, sir.
So please respond me, because I am not known that this is understand or not understand. So I am continuing or not. So this is basically equation number 3, when you have to apply the unit step response in the third order control system. Now this equation, that is the equation 3, we have to apply the partial fraction techniques. That means apply the partial fraction technique in equation 3. So the equation we have to written, that is CS equals to K1 by S plus this is K2 by S plus D plus another one K3S plus K4 divided by A square plus B1S, sorry, B1S plus, this is plus C1. Okay, we write this equation because we know that partial fraction technique in previously, when you have to consider the first order control system and second order control system in the different condition, that is the unit step response, unit ramp response, unit impulse response, we have to apply the partial fraction technique rules. Okay, that means we have to different partial techniques we have to apply in this equation. That is CS, that is equals to K1 by S. Okay, this K is equal to K1, K2, K3 and K4. These are the basically constant term of the control actions, that is the control systems. Okay, so this K1, K2, K3, K4 we have to apply in the different controller part. That means proportional controller, proportional integral controller, proportional derivative controller, okay, PID controller. These are the basically one constant term we have to implement it, K1, K2, K3 and K4. Okay, this is clear all of you? Now,
Yes, sir.
yes, thank you, thank you. So we have to apply, that means we have to then apply the Laplace transform in the equation 4. This is equation 4. So we know that the applications of the Laplace transform equations. So that means this is Ct equals to, sorry for that, this is inverse Laplace transform, sorry for that. We apply the inverse Laplace transform in the equation number 3. So sorry, equation number 4. So the equation that is Laplace of inverse, this is K1S plus same to same, this is K2S plus D plus this is K3S plus K4 divided by A square plus B1S plus C1. Okay, so we have to apply the Laplace inverse transformation functions. So this is the basically terms we have to use for the third order control system. These are the same process. First, we have to change this equation into the denominator part in the factorized part. Then we have to apply, this is unit step or unit ramp or impulse response. Okay, then you have to apply the Laplace transforms. Okay, these are the basically equations for the third order control system after the Laplace transform applied. So when you have to solve the different types of examples, so in that case, these K1, K2, K3, K4, we have to implement the different values. These are the constant terms. Okay. This is clear, all of you?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Next. So the these are the basically third order. So in that pattern, we have to discuss in the fourth order and next and so on. So we have to implement the functions. That means the higher order. Sorry. That is time response of higher order control system. These are the basically formula. That means the higher order, that is third order, fourth order, and so on. Okay. So a higher order control system, we have to express the transfer function, that is CS by RS. We have to know. This is equals to, the general formula is K by denominator part S to the power N. That means here you can see N equals to, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. and so on. That is S to the power N plus A1 S to the power N minus 1 plus A2 S to the power N minus 2 plus and so on. This process is continuing, plus that is the last part A to the AN, that is the AN. Okay, so this is basically the overall expression for the higher order control system, that is equals to CS by RS equals to K by S to the power N plus A1 S to the power N minus 1 plus A2 S to the power N minus 2 and so on, plus dot 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 AN. Okay, so this is basically equations for the higher order control systems. Now this general and higher order polynomial part, we have to factorize and product of first order control system in the quadratic term. So when you have to apply this equation in the quadratic term, so equation is coming, that is CS by RS equals to, that means when you have to consider for the pole zero format. Okay, so I think all of you learned the pole and zero in the laboratory classes, that is the control system lab. Pole zero format, we have to implemented the MATLAB equations, so we have to denote the closed loop and open loop consideration, that is the feedback and with feedback loops. So I think all of you learned this pole and zero. So these are the basically equation we have to implement it. S plus P1, S plus P2, S plus P3, dot 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 this pattern, S square plus 2 into zeta, that means the damping, omega ns plus omega n square. Okay, this is the equation number 2. Okay, this is clear all of you. So this is the basically, we have to written these equations, these higher order control system expressions in the pole zero format. This is P1, P2, P3, these are the different types of pole. Okay, is it clear all of you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, where this P1, P2, P3 dot dot and this one also, this is minus zeta omega n plus minus j omega n 1 minus zeta square. These are the basically different poles in the given equation format. Okay, and so on. So now we have to equations we have to written in the output, that is CS equals to, we know that is RS dot, these are the same equation, that is K by S plus P1, S plus P2, that is S plus P3, okay, dot dot dot, this is A square plus 2 zeta omega ns plus omega n square. Okay, this is basically higher order expressions of the time response analysis. Is it clear all of you? In your questions, in your semester questions, the question is coming, what is the time response analysis for the higher order control system? Then you have to express these equations elaborately. Okay, is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so now we take the one example. That means you have to clear for the idea. Example of third order. Third order. Unstable control systems. So here you can see you have to given this equation, that is CS by RS. This is equals to, that is 3 by S cube plus 1.5 square plus 0.5 S plus 3. Okay, so you have to given this type of equations. This is basically third order unstable control system. So you have to implement this equation into the time response analysis. So first you have to see in the denominator part. The denominator part here you can see that is a third order system, that is S cube. Okay, so now we have to solve this quadratic equation. In the quadratic we have to learn in the mathematical part. That means when this equation it is 0, so you have to put it the value again and again, that is 0, plus 1, then minus 1, plus 2, minus 2, and so on. So when you have to put this value, the equation is value is coming, that is 0. That means these are the basically required functions for the 0 factor or quadratic equation, that is a cube factors. So now in this equation you can apply, that is S equals to minus 2. When this S equals to minus 2, you have to put it this equation, the value is coming, that is a 0. That means the function is coming S plus 2. That is S plus 2, this is equals to the 0. So now you have to put it this value, this equation, that is CS by RS, that is equals to 3 by function is coming S plus 2 into S square minus 0.5 S plus 1.5. This is clear how it is coming this equation to this equation. Please respond me everyone. Is it clear how it is coming this equation to this equation?
No, sir.
No, sir. Okay, thank you. So here you can see this is the basically quadratic equation, that is a power of S, that is a 3. So we have to solve in our class 10th or 12th, that is a quadratic equation solved. How it is solved? So you have to put it the value of this denominator part, that is S equals to 0, 1, minus 1, plus 2, minus 2, plus 3, minus 3, and so on. So you have to put it again and again value when this functions, that is a result is coming is 0. Okay, so when 0 is not coming, you have to put it again and in checking the value, that is S equals to 0. At first you have to 0, that is 1, that is minus 1, then 2, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, and so on. You have to put it this value where the S is coming, that is S cube, S square, and S. So value is also coming 0. So this factor, it is called the 0 factor. Is it clear, all of you? So I have to put it this value when, that is S equals to minus 2. When you have to put this value, that is S equals to minus 2, you have to calculate it from roughly, that is S equals to minus 2, S equals to minus 2. The value is coming 0. That means when 0 is coming, these are the basically factor S equals to minus 2, which is tends for the 0 for the quadratic equations. Okay, the function is coming, that means S equals to minus 2, that means S plus 2. That is S plus 2 is the functions for these quadratic equations. Is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So when you have to put it this value s equals to -2, the value we have to solve, this value is coming in that pattern also. So this is basically changes for the quadratic equation to this format also. Now we have to put it the value that is a unit step response. So when you have to put it the unit step response, that means the function is coming, that is unit step response. That means the function we have to know, this is Rs equals to 1 by s. So now you have to put it this value, that is Cs equals to 1 by s, where because we know that this Rs is multiplied these functions, these are the basically Rs here, this Rs equals to 1 by s, so that's why we have to written that is 1 by s dot. Another part, it is same, that is 3 by s plus 2 into s square minus 0.5s plus 1.5. Okay, this is clear also. Now we have to expanding the right hand side. These are the basically right hand side of above expression into partial fractions. We know that partial fractions. So when this equation we have to apply the partial fraction, that is Cs equals to first one k1 by s plus k2 by s plus 2 plus k3s plus k by 4. We know that these are the basically formula of the higher order control system. Previous slide we have to learn. And the denominator part we have to solve here. These are the basically denominator. Up to this part, it is clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we have to coefficient. Next part, the coefficient. And I share the class material in your Google Classroom portal. So everyone, please, this note you have to read in class notes in carefully, because step by step we have to implement topics by topic. So that's why you have to understand these topics, how it is solved, how it is coming from one. So these are the basically constant terms value, that is k1, that is equals to 1. Okay, that is k2 we have to solve, that is 0.23. This is minus, obviously minus sign is also coming here, minus 0.23. K3, that is also minus 0.83, and K4, this is equals to minus 0.36. So this value you have to put at these equations. So the equation is coming, sorry. One minute. That is CS. Okay, everyone write your own name and roll number in the chat box. And Gautam, you take a screenshot right now. This is for the first class. And another class we have to start after ending this class also.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the equation is coming, that is CS equals to 1 by S minus 0.23. So we have to apply the value of K1, K2, K3 and K4 also. This is another one. 0.83S plus 0.36 divided by, this is S minus 0.5S plus 1.5. Okay, so now we have to solve these equations. That is, you have to express this part, that is a squared is plus 2, 0.5S plus 1.5 into this pattern. Then you have to apply the Laplace transform equations for this, the time response analysis of the pole and zero format. So this is basically expressions. This is basically expressions for this is a one type of given third order control system examples. Okay, is it clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next we have to convert another topics, that is the steady state error. Steady state error. Up to this part we have to clear, that is transient response of the different control actions. That means first order, second order, third order, etc. and higher order also. Now we have to consider for the steady state response of the different control systems. So this is basically steady state error. It is an index of the accuracy of the control systems. Therefore, this steady state error should be minimum as far as possible. So what is the steady state error? It is an index of accuracy of a control system Therefore, the steady state error should be minimum as far as possible. This is basically the steady state error. So this steady state error, this value, it is index of the accuracy of the any control systems. Okay, so this steady state performance of a control system is accessed and magnitude value of the steady state error also. Okay, so we express these equations elaborately. We know that this is GS, HS. This is equals to K into 1 plus STA into 1 plus STB divided by S to the power N by 1 plus ST1 into 1 plus ST2. This is dot dot dot. These are the basically different order of systems. We know that is a higher order control system. So here you can see these are the basically different terms we have to use this, where K is the forward path gain. And here, this is basically another terms minus of 1 by TA minus 1 by TB are the 0. Pole and 0, all of you learn. So in this equation, we have to express this TA and TB, that is 1 by TA and 1 by TB. This is basically expressed for the 0. And here pole is 1 by T1, comma 1 by T2. These are the basically are the poles. Okay. And here one terms is also used, that is s to the power n. N is the number of poles at the origin. This is clear, all of you, up to this part? So I just recall them. So this is steady state error. What is steady state error? It is an index of accuracy of any control systems. That means we have to use this first order control system or any other second order or any higher order control system. You have to follow whatever you have to system the error of the index of the accuracy. That means we have to near about error is decrease. That means this system it is steady state result. This is basically the steady state error. Okay, so this steady state error we have to implement this function in the transfer functions. This is GS equals to HS, that is equals to K into 1 plus STA into 1 plus STB dot 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 dot. These are the basically n number of zeros, and denominator part, that is s to the power n into 1 plus st1 into 1 plus st2. These are the basically another part. So here these are the different terms. K is the basically forward path gain. We have to learn in block diagram reduction technique and also signal flow graph method in the module 1. So these are the basically forward path gain we have to represent here. K is the number of the forward path gain, and here this TA and TB we have to express this one when you have to solve this equation, that is equals to changes, that is 1 by minus of 1 by TA minus of 1 by TB, and these are the basically 0 of the transfer functions, and minus of 1 by T1, these are the basically T1 and T2. This minus of 1 by T1 and 1 by T2, this is basically pole and 0 you have to implement it in the transfer functions equations. And these are the system to the power higher order, that is n. N is the number of poles at present in the origin. Okay, this is clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so everyone write your own name and roll number in the chat box also. And Gautam, please take a screenshot right now, because most of the participant is present right now, 48. And after ending this class, we have to again second another class. We have to start it. Okay. So everyone please join. Any questions, anyone in this part? Any questions, anyone? So please ask me. Next part, we have to discuss the different number of systems. That means 0 system, 1 system, that is a number 1, number 2, and number 3, and so on. So that means we have to express the number of terms of the system, that is a n number of terms. Okay, we have to implement it in next classes also.